What up, Twag fam, man? What up, y'all? What up, y'all? Hope you're having a good ass day, man. Today is podcast, man. Before 2021 ends, I had to record this podcast. I'm doing it now on the 30th, 6:45 p.m. First, I just want to start off with my notepad. If y'all want to look at the screen real quick, if you're on Spotify, you gotta check out the YouTube, because I'm showing my notepad right now of my notes of what I'm going to be talking about on the podcast. I'm scrolling through like it's a 6-page essay on a little notepad on your phone. Anyways, we got a lot to talk about. Simply, that's what I gotta start out with. Let me start with this little intro that I wrote down. First, show the notepad, scrolling through it. Yep, got that done. So the reason why I want to talk about this first, the notepad thing, why I notepad is basically because, like, I want to have in this podcast, I want to have meaningful conversation with you guys, just reflecting. I just want to be clear and show my thoughts and everything in the best way possible. And sometimes doing it in person is not as easy. So it can better reflect on the topics that I want to talk about. It's yada yada yada. So because just going off the dome does not like go smooth at all for me. Like, to be honest, it's really bad. It's like when I try to like I compare it to like when I try to talk to an attractive female, or attractive woman, my bad, or queen, as they like to say, like to be known as, called queens out there. Attractive queens, or try to get like to know, or just like trying to get or trying to get to know someone that's brand new to your life, or whether it be a new friend, new this, new that. Like, it's just mad awkward naturally, and you don't know what to say. Sometimes you're less awkward in moments, sometimes you're more awkward. It depends. But like on this podcast, I just want to be as smooth as possible, like, and really be understood as well as possible, because words can be misunderstood quickly if you just ramble on with the run-on sentences, not finishing your point, yada yada yada. So yeah, that's why I notepadded. And when I notepad as well, I've noticed that my thoughts become more clear, healthy, and intentional, coming out the way I wanted them to be intended. Sometimes when you're going off the dome in any conversation, like in person as well, like for me, I'm just not as good as representing my ideas or my jokes or whatever in person sometimes. And it shows. When people that do know me Twag in real life, and it shows very well. Oh, and the messages I want to explain to you guys is better shown if I write it down first, so then I can actually understand what I'm trying to say first, and then when I express it, it comes out in a better way than if I said it off the top of the dome, trying to ramble all the ideas together to make the point I'm trying to make. Is harder if you don't have it organized beforehand, if you get what I'm trying to say. So yeah, the last but most important thing, the main reason why I wanted to write this on my notepad is because this podcast in particular is very important to me. It's the end of year podcast. This is like the big reflection. It's the big hurrah, that you lived this far. You're alive. First of all, you got to be grateful for that, and I am. And I just want to reflect in the best way possible, and look back at this in the future and be proud that I made it. This YouTube thing might not go anywhere, but it's just exploration project. It's a little project, personal hobby project, and yeah. So as you can tell by scrolling through the notepad, this podcast is about to be mad long, like crazy. I don't even know. It's definitely gonna be more than an hour if I had to guess, right? If it's 2 hours, that's crazy. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, I just wanted to let y'all know that. So buckle in, get your popcorn, relax, and I recommend not staring at me if you're watching the YouTube version of this, because you're just gonna be looking at a guy that's just talking. I'm not gonna put any animations or something like to make you get distracted or something, but just gonna hear my voice and see me talk. So I recommend not looking at me, but like have something in the background, play a video game, read a book, do homework, anything else except look at me, basically. So yeah, just put me in the background in your headphones, like it's like you listen to some music, you know. The biggest reason why I wanted to do this YouTubing thing and podcast, well, first of all, the podcast and just YouTube in general really is like just for the memories. For me, I want others to know me for as long as the internet lives. And like I mean, we're getting deep here, I'm not gonna lie, but like, I don't know, I feel like my ideas aren't like crazy or anything. They're just slightly different in some way, in the way especially the way I say things. It's just like, whoa, it's interesting, my boy. But yeah, I don't know. There's always people that have already thought of the ideas that I want to talk about in this podcast and stuff. But it's all relative to everything in life, basically. But the main thing is, I just hope to have like an impact on someone's life in a positive way. That's why I do these recordings still, because even if I might not get the views or anything, it's like it's just realizing that it really does matter to me down the line, next 10 years. Look back at it, look at your progress, look at the work you put into something you did when you were, right now I'm 21, so yeah. Whether whenever I talk about things on the podcast, whether it be a weird ass funny comment, some stupid comment, or it's not funny at all, maybe just out of ordinary or just stupid in general, like you can still learn something from the stupid people. Like, you cannot forget that even when you hear a stupid person talk, you can still take something from that stupidity, like how to avoid being that stupid. So like, even if you might not relate with all the things I say in this podcast, it's still valuable to at least learn the experience, learn the stories that I talk about, and it's some sort of value. Whether you're positive or negative, you're still learning something from it. That's why experience is wisdom beyond its years, something like that. Yeah. So now the structure of this podcast will literally go everywhere, but the main objective is to recap 2021 overall. So yeah, recap 2021. The topics that we will be talking about are just random things that I feel like we should all be talking about at some point, or just random weird stuff that I thought were interesting that I feel like you should know, and I should share it with y'all. So or just random things that I think are juicy. So you know, it's all over the place. So I just hope y'all enjoy it, man. That's it. I wanted to do the more fun topics first, where like the first few ones are like I don't want to get too deep too early, you know, because I don't want to get y'all bored or something. So the first one is not that bad. Sleeping is overrated. Yes, sleeping is overrated. I know there's a lot of girls and guys out there that love sleeping, mainly girls, I feel like, but I don't know. Sleeping is like, I've always thought sleeping was a waste of time growing up in middle school, elementary, like, because I realized that you waste 6-8 hours for sometimes, like, or less, and you could have used that time to be more productive, learn new things. I don't know, I've always hated sleeping in general. It's never been good thing on my side. Growing up, it's like, why, man? Like, especially late at night when you're working on something and you gotta cut it off because, oh no, you're sleepy. And then you gotta sleep and you gotta wait the next morning or the next night or next evening because you got to do a lot of stuff in the morning or during the day, like go to school, work, whatnot, just to go back to what you wanted to be working on. Like, I hate that. I just want to work and enjoy my time and finish the project or whatever I was working on before I go to sleep. But no, I gotta go sleep right between my progress. I hate cutting off progress, so that's probably the main reason why I hate sleeping. Sleeping cuts off the progress you want to make in life some way and shape form. Like, like, it's like bruh. Anyway, before we put that sleeping is overrated, I should have mentioned first, like, the way I want to recap 2021 in this podcast is gonna be hard because it's gonna be based on my memory, and memory is not a great thing that I've had for remembering like significant stuff. I mean, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, sometimes I forget, little things. So I'll try to recap as much as possible. I was thinking maybe I should do month by month, but nah, month by month would be way too hard. Like, do you remember what you did January last year? Maybe some of y'all do because it might have been a big thing that happened, but the little things like going to school, you don't remember that. What you do on the second week on a Monday, January 2021? I don't know. Do you? I don't. So January, I don't really remember what happened. So gotta skip that. February, same thing happened. I think it was just normal stuff, school stuff. I don't know. January, March, I might have met a person from Tinder, and that's it. There's not much detail I should go into it. It's too personal. Yeah. And then there's April. I don't remember. Summer started. Oh, May was weird this year because COVID. So there was J term in May. Oh, and then January of this year, I had to do college class with spring semester in January still, which is very strange. Oh, and before my junior year started for colegio. So for college, right? Since there was COVID all in 2020, the schedule has changed. So there was supposed to be J term in January. That's why it's called J term. And instead it was moved to May, which is really weird. I had to adjust to that. It was like right before summer and stuff. Just like bruh. Right after spring semester, it's like bruh. Anyways, that happened. But I think that was common for like most college students out there, where they had to switch up the academic schedule in some way or cut it short or whatever, because of COVID. So that was still like 2020 affecting 2021 still, which kind of sucks overall. But 2021, it is what it is. It's still a good year overall, I think, if you really think about it. But yeah, let's go. Next month is June, July. So June, July is basically on my ass cheeks doing nothing, bruh. Like, I mean, I've been grinding. I do workouts here and there for track. Not too heavy though, not too crazy. I ain't no Usain Bolt with it. Yeah. Oh, I found my passion for YouTube in 2021, I guess. So I guess that was a big milestone. That's when I switched majors as well, from bio to communications. So that was a big step for me this year. See, it's coming back to me now. So, yeah, that's what happened in June, July. I found my foundation of video editing, photoshopping, how it was all cool, this digital software, art, and style and stuff. Like, the main thing I realized was that, in those months, that why YouTube was so special to me growing up was because content creators could do so much within 10 minutes, 20 minutes, an hour, or whatever. And like, that's all through video editing mainly. It's not only the content creator that's creating, like, making the video stand out. it's also the editor himself behind the scenes that you don't know his face, you don't know who he is, but sometimes that gets paid in the back, putting in 8 hours or whatever it may be for a video, just so it can be more entertaining for the viewer. And I thought that was very interesting, June, July, to realize that, and I just wanted to become one, so I'm trying to be one now. And is this like a thing that could get somewhere very far? I don't know. Definitely want to pursue it though. I don't know if I want to, after I graduate, be like a serious YouTuber or either editor for like commercials or some business people. I don't know. There's so much you can do with editing. Like you could become like a permanent editor for a YouTuber, editor for someone that does commercials for his business or some small projects for clients, stuff like that. There's a lot of things you can do. It's just not as valuable as like being a doctor, you would say, like income wise. The money won't come in fast unless I create a foundation for myself in some way with experience and like showing how good I am as an editor. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. That's why next year we gotta go crazy, but we're not talking about resolutions yet. Yeah, we're still recapping. So that's what I learned in June, July. August, we're getting back into the school stuff and learning more editing stuff if I can. And then September, school starts. Yeah, shit starts. Being back in person was really interesting. It wasn't crazy though, because cases were actually going down at that time. Even though it's summertime, it still was going up in June, July, because you know, party people, they never rest. You know how that goes. They never rest. The party people never rest. They always want to socialize. They always want. People will never care how bad it is unless it's like, as long as you can still live through COVID some way, if you're a young person or whatever, people that party or go out a lot will still go out and do some dumb stuff that might get them COVID, even though it could kill them sometimes if they don't have the vaccine. Like, I don't know. If that's another thing, like vaccine in general, that's another topic we should just add at the end here. The next few months, still in school, September, October, November, December. So October, November, it was just grinding at school. Really, it's nothing much happening. I mean, the only big things that happened were just socializing things, you know, social problems, stuff like that. The little things, you know. I'll talk about that later. Get in detail on that later. But yeah, in December we're just chilling. So trying to grind this YouTube stuff. Thinking I had a plan for like, ooh, I should upload so many reaction videos and recaps of 2021 from like Daily Dose, Twitch recaps. But like, I don't know, my recaps are like mid. They're not even that funny. I did that TikTok one, like reacting to my FYP. That was mid too. Like, it wasn't that funny, bro. It's like, damn. And I had another idea where I could just 10 minutes of just me trying to be extra as fuck and be funny. Basically, become like Kai or like Bruce Drop 'em Off. You know who those guys are from Twitch? Be like the AMP guys. I forgot the names, but they're funny as fuck because they know how to be extra. They know how to talk about all their thoughts off a rip. I can still do that. Trust. Just gotta take some time. No, I'm joking. No, I used to have that though. That's why I think I can do it. I'm gonna do that later though. Maybe 2022. So that's a YouTube video idea I got. But yeah, that's it, man. Okay. Next topic I want to talk about was girls, bruh. First thing was, Girls gotta feel mad lucky. And what are they mad lucky in? They mad lucky that they get the gift from God, that they can birth children. Like, what? Girls don't be talking about that, man. Like, that's fucking dope. Like, what? Girls never brag about that. I never hear girls talk about, oh my god, I'm so lucky I can create children. I can create another life form. Guys should be jealous of me or something. Like, I'm jealous for sure. Even though, like, technically it's a two-way street where, like, you depend on one another as sexes to birth another child. But still, girl can definitely just take any guy's semen, you know, like, just and make a child. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. Even though that's not the what's called the socially accepted way to create a child, steal someone's cum. Like, the fuck? No one gonna do that, right? Ladies won't be doing that. But if you think about it, like, y'all could do that shit. Y'all could do that shit. It'd be wild. It'll be fucked up. Will it be? Is there laws against that? Maternity laws against that? I don't even know if that's a thing. I don't know. I'm not gonna Google that. But I'm just saying. If that's against the law, that's kind of interesting how that's gonna be structured. But yeah, that's one thought I had. Girls, be lucky as fuck to be able to create children. Okay. The next thing I talk about girls, like, girls are really understand what it means to, like, understand another human being's emotions and stuff. Like, guys are bad at that. Like, it's crazy. Growing up, I've noticed this trend where, like, guys don't give a shit about being thoughtful sometimes. It's like, what? Are you good? It's like a girl being selfish as fuck and, like, worried about only her and herself and nobody else. Like, but guys do that on the regular, thinking that it's cool or something. Like, it's funny to not care about this guy's emotions if he says some whack shit. Like, just let him be, bruh. Like, the fuck? Anyways, yeah, I've noticed the girls really understand, like, the emotional struggles of life better than guys do, I feel like, in general. I mean, of course, there's guys that are like girls in that way, that can understand empathy and all these things that we struggle in as human beings all the time. But maybe it's just maturity that guys lack in that department. But yeah, it depends. It really depends. Okay, the next topic would be reflection on what you appreciate about girls and guys and what you learned through socializing with them throughout this whole year. I've already said this, but, like, guys are natural assholes. Like, can we talk about that? And then girls can be natural bitches too, but at least some of them know how to, like, control that. Like, some girls are just bitches, right? But, like, most girls aren't. That's the thing. And guys can be assholes all the time, but majority of them actually are at times. It's weird. So I guess it's similar in a way where, like, girls and guys can be just mean people for no reason sometimes. So you just don't, for me personally, I just don't see girls as mean as guys are. So yeah, that's what I've learned out this year. Like, I mean, I do have a small bubble, you could say, socialization in general, where I only have, like, a small bubble, or like a pool of people that I hang out with that are the same people I've hanged out with for, like, past 2-3 years. So basically the track squad at my college. And yeah, I just noticed that guys are just more assholes naturally, and it's just weird. It doesn't make sense to me. And then girls are just more understanding in general, or at least they try to be. they might give up at some point, which is completely understandable because it might be too much, and like they don't know really what to do to help you if you're struggling emotionally or this that. But I mean, girls are just actually care. Maybe it's that natural mother figure side of them that they have, that they've grown up with. But yeah, guys are missing that part. I don't know why. But yet, benefit of the doubt, I don't have like a great pool of guys I'm comparing this to. So yeah. The next thing I want to talk about was like the struggle I have with YouTube and having to edit all these things. Like for me, since I'm brand new to editing still, like I've only started learning this editing stuff in this summer, I think. Not even 2020. I mean, I did a little bit. But it wasn't like enough to actually get me somewhere that makes the videos look cool and all. My videos are still mid in general. I still need to work on like a lot of stuff, I think, to become closer to like professional level editing for like a YouTube channel, for example. But yeah, I've noticed it takes a lot of time, obviously. Number two, you still need to learn a lot, and a lot of little tips and tricks with like the keyboard to make the editing process a little faster, as well as just knowing what works when you edit. That's the hardest thing I've realized, what really works with like a certain concept or intention you have with what you want to represent in that video. So like if you want it to become funny, like make a funny video with like funny edits, they have to be like exactly timed in the context of whatever the video is about. And displaying that in an edit is like editing, you have to add on to the content. That's what I've realized. You have to add on to it and to make it more developed. So say if there was like a funny joke the creator made, if they were reacting to videos, like for example KSI in his videos where he does reactions, his editor zooms in on his face, changes the opacity, changes like the filter to make it gray, so then that effect as a viewer can make it more seemingly more funny, instead of having just a straight face like I am right here as like the podcast, because I'm not trying to make a whole edit about this, but like to show the example. But I could show the video, show a little clip of him in the corner over there.
Like, just in case I'm being deep, I'm gonna give you an award. Yeah, so platinum
in the corner over there doing that. But yeah, it's just that little edit that the editor made for KSI's reaction made it a little more funnier, more in depth for the viewer, and just added on to the funny side that the KSI wanted to make in the video itself. And those little things can be like so much more complex. That's the thing. Like you could add a bunch of for example, you can have like a bunch of like memes, right, to display some story, right? But the amount of work it takes just to get all these memes together and edit them down so that they all like can be shown or zoomed in, or if you want to zoom into like this section of the video instead of having the regular formatted face cam, like if you want to zoom in on the face of me, like that just takes everything, all the little things that an editor does, it just takes time, and it has to be developed in a way that it makes sense as well, which is, I realize, is hard for me personally, so I need to work on that. So I guess it's a good thing I'm talking about, because like it's just not an idea that I've grasped very well since I'm new to this editing experience and all. So Like in TikToks, you can see it all the time where like they do a bunch of edits to make something cool. Where like it could be through Adobe After Effects instead of Premiere Pro. And I also need to like learn the whole world of After Effects, because After Effects can make a lot of. The biggest difference between After Effects and Premiere Pro I've learned is that Premiere Pro is just more 2D effects, where After Effects is more dimensional 3D stuff, and it makes it more complicated in general. But you have more flexibility to create animations that, like, say if you wanted to make my face in like an anime show, it's better to do it on After Effects than it is to do it on Premiere Pro, because it's merely impossible on Premiere Pro. You can't, the level of detail and like stuff you can't, you're just very limited in Premiere Pro when it comes to like creating cool effects in general, visually. So yeah, that's what I've learned so far about, and I've been struggling to learn all this stuff because it does take a lot of time. That's the thing as well. Like it takes a lot of time to find the right video that will, the thing that you want to edit or you want to try out and test. You might not find the specific thing for it. So that's another thing. But that's the thing. I just gotta keep working on day after day, and I just haven't been focusing on that because I distract myself with video games or the stuff I have to do in the background. So yeah, I just need to dedicate much more hours into learning that stuff, taking notes of it, and not forgetting it, because sometimes there's so much information to take in as well. That's another thing. So if you want to become professional at anything, you just gotta day after day take notes, remember the shit, and then apply it. And I'm just in that cycle that I'm just like, ugh, I gotta do all this just to get that little 10-second video or 1-minute video to make it seem that like, it's like, damn, bro. It's a slow process. It's not as rewarding as I would like it to be, but that's just the video editing lifestyle that I have to be normal to now. And yeah, that's it. I always want to. Okay. That's some triple X content question. I'm not gonna get into, because this is more meaningful and stuff. Recap of 2021, not recap of triple X 2021. Okay. Yeah, but we can get to another juicy part that's not as juicy, but still juicy enough. So, what do I look in a girl? No one cares about this. I'm not gonna lie. No one should care about this. Any male that's listening to the podcast right now, I feel sorry for you, because you will not care. What do I look for in a girl? I wrote down some stuff. I mean, the first thing is a good smile. I mean, good smile. Obviously, it has to be attractive. We can't forget about that. First thing has to be attractiveness, right? Attractive, got a smile, kindness. Always takes me to appreciate you more. So if you don't got kindness, I don't know what you're doing with your life, because you ain't gonna get in mine. You feel me? Personality wins me over than looks, and let me talk about that one. Personality is one of the hardest things I've noticed girls struggle with the most. No matter how attractive you are, personality can literally take you from a 9 or 10 down to like a 6 or 5 off rip. Don't matter what type of smile you got, what type of face, what type of dumpy in the back you got. Personality wins over all that. If you can make me smile, if you can conversate with me continuously without no stopping, no awkward moments, like, that's a personality I want to be around when I grow up, live life, enjoy life with. It's that simple. Girls complicate that shit so much sometimes. When I hear about stories about that, it's like, bruh, don't worry about your appearance as much as you have to worry about your personality. Personality wins any guy's heart, I feel like, in general. But you gotta have both sides, really. I would say it's like a 50-55, 55-45. We're like 55% of a girl should have a good personality and worry about that the most, and attractiveness being 45% of your worries. If I was a female, I would worry 45% of my attractiveness and 55% of my personality, because personality really wins hearts. So that's my opinion on that. And yeah, I just want to talk about that. What do I look for in a girl? Those three things. If you're trying to like look for a certain type of personality, that's just too detailed and like messy. I don't understand that stuff. Like the zodiac sign stuff. Oh my god, do we have to get into that conversation? Why do people care about that stuff? Can we talk about that? Yo, zodiac signs are overrated. Like what? What do they explain? I don't even know. Like I'm a Cancer and I'm supposed to be emotional as shit. I can be, but I think I'm just more thoughtful naturally, not emotional per se. Like I know female Cancers can be, male Cancers it can be up in the air though. So I don't know. It's these zodiac signs, personality wise, and like I can't fuck with Zentir. I don't even know the jeez. Cancer, Scorpio. Like I can't fuck with the Scorpio, for example. Those stereotypes are just weird. I feel like based off zodiac signs is weird unless you really understand each zodiac sign and their personalities, all these details very well. I guess you got the pass for like using them, but like if you can use like some of them, what's the point? I don't know. Any regrets this year in 2021? Nope, none. None at all. Like this year I've been more like you could say straightforward than usual. Not into my own bubble and like holding in emotions and stuff. I've been showing a different side of me where like I'm expressing how I feel about people more, you know? To females in particular, right? And like, has it been going well? Not exactly, but at least I'm having the balls to do it. So that's the thing I've really noticed that in the regret side, like I'm not. That's the reason why I'm not regretting anything, because like I'm trying to be as transparent as possible to every person I talk to. And now I've been harder. Growing up, I've always had struggles with being straightforward with how I feel about females, right? Because you want to hide it or whatever. You want to make it hard for them to understand. Give them hints instead. It doesn't get anywhere, bruh. Do not do that. Do not do that. Do not give hints unless you feel like it's valuable for like the long run. But if you want to let them know, do not do hints. Just let them know. Do like, I don't even know. I'm not a wizard. I can't give advice. I'm not gonna lie. Been single for 21 years basically, so can't give advice. But what I can give is to not hold back those emotions. Try to express them in some way, shape, or form to that said person, and see how it works out. Because you never know anymore. You never know. Life is too short to worry about that stuff too. Like worried about that, getting regrets, anxiety about that stuff. It's natural. Being nervous around a person that you like is natural, but you have to express yourself as much as you can. And that's the thing I've been trying to do the most, and I have. So that's why I have not many regrets at all in that department, the love department. So yeah. So one of the things that made me lose my regret a little bit is by exploring in June, July months during the summer, basically, because summer break, every year I just don't do squat shit. Every time I stay at home, just play video games, do a side job or something, you know. nothing special. I never socialize. I might Snapchat some people, and that's the only way I socialize, but that's it, right? Like, and I never really hanged out with like friends in the summer. All growing up in high school, and like, it's weird. It's weird. I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of like a lonely type of lifestyle that I've grown into, but I want to change that this year in 2021 during the summer break, and I did. And one person that really helped me do that was Carlene. I randomly met her through like I think she added me on Snapchat because of she was supposed to come to the college to do track, right? But she decided to do a sidetrack and go to Cali and whatnot. The main thing is though that she really helped me connect with people, socialize, hang out more, and yeah, that was really like another thing that I always regretted doing every summer, and I changed that this year. So 2021 really was like a year to like crush all the regrets I used to have in the past, whether it be one, not socializing people that much during summer break, and like not telling people how I really feel about them, especially females, and I have this year, and it's I'm proud of it because I can definitely grow from each thing I put myself forward into, more confident in, put my foot forward and not put my foot back, not step back, but I push forward instead, so that's the thing I really loved about this year overall. The next thing I want to talk about was the little Snapchat drama I used to. Only some people will know, but basically, if you're a new listener listening in, it was basically a part where I didn't want to Snapchat anymore, and I'm like big on Snapchat for whatever reason. I just like sharing a bunch of like funny things I think are pretty cool, and I just been like basically bullied from my own, like from certain guys over the years, and it's been a cycle since high school where like guys in general, some girls do it, but like girls don't say anything really. They either one, don't give a fuck, two, ignore it, or three, just like keep it to themselves, and they probably don't want to start anything either. So that's probably why girls don't even say anything, not as much as guys do, at least, I guess. Maybe it's like the opposite gender type thing. They don't want to say anything at all because it's dumb anyways. But yeah, I've always been having hate on like my Snapchat stories and stuff. It's like just because they're weird, random, like too much information, whatnot, yada yada yada, all these excuses. But like it's just who I've always going to be, like weird and stuff. And I'm just being me, like. I'm like, shit, you gotta let me be, baby. Like, what? Like, I don't understand why guys gotta be all like that sometimes, man. They gotta say some shit that's really, they could regret. Because they could literally lose my friendship like that. Like, for real. Like, it's not worth saying the bullshit they be saying. Like, the thing is, all they do is make quote-unquote sarcastic jokes or judgments that aren't even funny majority of the time, and are just like they're supposed to like tear me down, one, or like try to change me into like a better man, not weird, whatever they wanted, whatever their intention is. But they say their jokes sometimes, and they're just straight up lying to my face. Like, if it was a joke, why aren't you laughing about it then? Like, if it's an actual joke, I'm supposed to laugh with you, not. It doesn't make any sense. Like, it's like those contextual like clues that you're supposed to understand if a joke goes wrong, type thing, and it happens a lot when whatever guy like says, for example, yo, that Snapchat was weird, bro. You need to delete Snapchat, bro. Yeah, that's funny. That's funny. But there can be guys get like, what the fuck was that, Ed? On your Snap? Like, dead ass serious. What the fuck was that on your Snap, Ed? You're like, I'm like, what the fuck? Why are you bringing in that energy, first of all? it's not even that serious. Second of all, and third of all, why do you care so much? Like, it doesn't make any sense, bro. Like, there were solutions I could have gone through growing up, just like blocking people or not posting anything at all. But I continue posting because at the end of the day, I'm not gonna change who I am for anybody except myself. I only change if it's gonna benefit me, first of all. Like, if I want to become a certain person, do this or that with my personality or whatever I do, I'll do it if it helps me in life. If it doesn't help me at all, closes me, doesn't let me have freedom of speech, whatnot, like have a open thought process, closing myself in is not the option. It's like, it's weird. And the thing is, like, Snapchat is one of those things that guys really don't post at all. And I'm like one of those guys that post a ton, like a fuck ton, compared to like a regular dude. And like, I've noticed girls don't even compete with me sometimes, like dead ass. Like, if it, like a regular average girl does not Snapchat as much as I do. And like, it's not I don't think it's a bad thing either. It's just, I like to Snapchat, you know? There's certain people like to Snapchat more, certain people like to post more in general, right? I just think it's ironic that guys that judge me all the time don't post anything themselves. It's like, bitch, what gave you the power to think that whatever you say is okay to me about my snaps when you don't post anything at all yourself? Like, what? It doesn't make any sense. At the end of the day, I could make this more dramatic by pointing out names and whatnot, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. They're the ones making the mistake. They're the ones that have to reflect on that, and I'm not going to explain that to them. It's just, I'm not going to waste my time, because they'll learn eventually. Hopefully, right? But like, I've tried to defend myself, and like, it gets nowhere usually, so it's like beating a dead horse that's already dead. It's like, I'm good. I'll just leave. So my best solution lately is just make a private Snapchat, and that's it, you know. That's what a lot of people recommended, and it makes sense. It's whatever. But I still post weird stuff here and there, right? Like, I really don't care. But it's just weird, bro, because like, I actually got emotional about that stuff. Like, it's sad to say that, like, the guys didn't get any type of hint that they've gone too far with their jokes, too far with their insults, their judgments. Like, they got no hints at all. Like, sometimes when I respond to them, I just give them a straight face, or like, this is like the simple cues that they should understand, you know. But that they've gone too far, like, it's turned into bullying than being funny. So yeah, anyways, yeah, that's the Snapchat drama. I felt like I had to let go, because that's literally the beginning of like, what's called bullying, like cyberbullying. Anyways, yeah, I've gone through a little bit of that throughout my life. It's kind of dumb, because social media is like more of a place where, especially the ones that are closest to you in real life, should support you on in some way, you know. Even if it's weird, you gotta try to understand the weird part about it. You can't just straight up judge it like it's okay. Like, I would, if I were them, I would first try to understand why I post these things, and my intention was just to be funny, and they should be fine with that. But if it's some other weird reason, then I understand if they judge after. But like, if my intention is just only to be funny and like bring good vibes or whatever, if you don't like it, then don't add me, don't watch the Snapchats. The thing is, they keep watching the Snapchat stories like it's gonna be any different, like I'm gonna change. Like, what? Like, who are you, my dad? No, you're not gonna force me to do any type of changing of who I am as a person just for you to be happier to see my Snapchat story. Like, no. Anyways, I'm just beating a dead horse at this point with this topic. Next topic. Oh, okay. So one of the biggest things I learned from that Snapchat drama was basically that on emotions, that everyone's emotions matter. One, and that understanding their emotions means you can enjoy each other's presence that much more. So, like, understanding the emotions and the people around you and how they might feel is super powerful in knowing how to interact with anybody. Anyone. Literally anyone. Emotions persuade. No, emotions control, like, the amount of friendships you have with anyone you have in life. Like, it's your family, your BFFs, your acquaintances, the people you work with in jobs, and like teachers, staff, whatever it may be. Like, emotions matter the most when you're interacting with anyone. And that's the thing that I feel like guys, at least it might be a stereotype, but like guys do not understand that emotions matter a lot in whatever they say, like a judgment, whatnot. Like, emotional factor is huge. Whenever you judge someone or say something that's fucked up, you don't know how sensitive they may be to it or how they'll react to it in a positive or negative way. You gotta be self-conscious about that, and yeah, be more thoughtful. Especially since it's 2021, like, nowadays people are like so sensitive to things, so political, so like every word you say matters type of mentality. It's crazier nowadays, but like, I understand that the emotions behind it, the intention has to be clear and has to be understood to understand the other person as well. So yeah, that's what I really learned from that Snapchat drama. So I guess it's like like a lot of people say that the worst things you go in life are blessings in disguise, because you'll grow the most from them, or you learn a lot from them, especially mistakes. The same thing with that. So yeah. My next topic is a little more fun one. Thoughts on music being overrated growing up, because you either wanted to fix something about good songs that could be great, and how overplaying these songs can be mad annoying. So me growing up, I've always didn't like listen to music a lot. Like, I grew up like listening to a bunch of like Lil Wayne back in middle school when he was popping, Drake here and there, whatever's on the radio as well. That's like, of course, that's the stuff you just hear all the time in the car when you're traveling with your parents or whatnot. So I never really like independently like listen to music, jam out to music on my phone or whatever, because I thought it was a waste of time. I just play video games instead. And like, I never really understand like the amount of dedication people have, like remembering the song lyrics, especially if they love a certain song. Like, I never really attached myself to a certain song, so I guess that was the problem. And music was just like, I've always been like a music person, because I was a violinist since 5th grade, playing violin, and still to this day into college. So it's like, I knew what to listen to in music as well. Like, I could, because I'm an instrumentalist, so I just noticed certain beats and instruments, whatnot. I'm not like a perfect pitch type of talent where I just know the certain notes stuff, but I still know like the work that goes behind music and stuff. But I never really loved listening to it, because like, the thing is, I always had parts in songs that I did not like at all. It's like, it can, like, the first 2 minutes of a song could go great, right? But the last minute could go trash, and I just hated songs because of that. It doesn't matter how good the artist was. Like Drake songs, like there could be certain parts where in the like certain vibe I didn't like from beat, and like I just wanted to change it or try to like test something on it, but like I never really like intentionally wanted to do that. Like, go to like a FL Studio or whatever program and like change the beat of a Drake song or whatever. I didn't want to go that far into it, but I just got annoyed by those songs because they kept repeating those bad parts, and like, that's why I couldn't repeat. that's why I never really attached myself to certain songs or like songs in general growing up. I mean, I can recognize them, right? But I can never name them or anything like some people can growing up. I never really got myself into that stuff. That's why. So that's my whole like thing about songs. Like, I always had either something I had to fix or they just got annoying because of how much like they were repeated the same lyrics that were just like mid or not crazy. And yeah, but now I just like, I understand that songs are more of a vibe thing. Like, if there's certain parts you don't like, you can just skip it and move on. And yeah, I don't know why this took me so long to understand, I guess, but yeah, 2021, I learned that, I guess. Like, songs are more of a vibe thing, and I have to understand that, I guess. I don't know. It's kind of weird, in my opinion, that like how I think about songs, but yeah. The next topic. The next topic is thoughts on the vaccine and people who take it and don't take it, right? I heard there's all a political side behind this stuff. I was like, what? I mean, literally, I've heard from my high school AP English teacher saying that anything you say in life can be taken as political. Or some student in that class in that time. And I was like, whoa. Low-key mind-blowing, because that's actually true. And like, yeah, I thought the vaccine was not political at all, but 2021 they made it political somehow. I don't know, but being a liberal conservative, like, you can really make it political, dude. Just not taking the vaccine and taking it because of beliefs, whatnot. And I thought that was crazy. Like, we're making something that could help us survive political. Like, do you want to survive or not? I don't know. Like, my thing about the vaccine, in my opinion, is that you either take it and have the risks of it. I don't know if it will or will not be bad for us in the future, but hopefully it doesn't. And if there is a cause, there will be doctors that will create medicines to cure us if there was any case or problems down the line long term, if the vaccine was bad. And if it's a thing where like the vaccine might have killed someone early on, then it'll be just tragic, yes. But not everyone will die, because I don't know, like, that's like the one opinion, like the long term effects of the vaccine are very unpredictable because of how they're not completely trialed correctly in their early experiments on how the vaccine is like not fully tested correctly like regular medicines are nowadays. And through trials and trials of years of experience with the vaccine has not been taken yet because we need it now. And I understand the scary part about that. It's just they'll have something in the future as well, you know? Hopefully I don't die early because of it, you know? You never know. But if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Whatever happens, it's meant to be, I guess. So I don't think it's that crazy of a thing not to take it. So that's why I don't understand why people don't take it. Even if it's a political thing for you or a family thing. It could be a personal, like, I've heard people that personally had parents that have taken it and they decided not to take it because their parents had a bad side effect because of it. And I completely understand that. It's your choice at the end of the day. So yeah, I was just mind blown that this vaccine is now a political thing. That's all. The next topic is about, do I have the most popular Snapchat as a male? Obviously I do. I touched on that earlier. I'm gonna let y'all know, like, add me on Snapchat. That's all I gotta say. Add me on Snapchat, okay? I even got, like, even though I have weird Snapchats, I like really have some wise stuff too, like some stuff you really want to know in life too. Like I put in that knowledge stuff too. Like I care, you know. I intentionally post things that I think that people actually care about. People don't realize that. Girls probably don't even do that either. But like, I don't know. Some girls are intentional about it. Some girls just want to post because they think it's funny. That's still intentional, right? So I just think guys should really be posting more in general. I'm not gonna lie. Like guys, like the thing is, guys are funny as fuck, and they not posting on Snapchat. They funnier than me. Why aren't you posting? I don't understand the scary part about that. Like what could a guy lose by Snapchatting one thing on their story? What can they lose? It's 24 hours. It's gonna erase itself anyways. Unless someone records their screenshots it like a weirdo. And if you didn't want them to screenshot it, you'll record it too, so. And you can tell if they're screenshotting it, at least, so. I don't know. I think guys should be posting snaps more because it'd be funny as content. It's just like on TikTok. Like, there's a lot of guys on TikTok that are funny as fuck. They can do the same thing on Snapchat. I don't know. The next thing I want to talk about was why do I Snapchat so often? I mean, I already spoke on this a little bit, but I put in another side of it where, like, I feel like it's therapeutic in a way. If you really think about it, like, I'm freely expressing my thoughts, feelings, opinions, and it only lasts for 24 hours. So it's like YOLO, you know what I'm saying? Like, why not? And like, people enjoy it, some people hate it. It's literally, in whatever content you create in social media, whatever thing you post, there will be haters and lovers to it. So I just wanted to post just to post and see who loved it, really. I mean, the haters can hate, and I can learn from the hate, so yeah. Anyways, I just really like expressing myself in general, so that's what I like to do on Snapchat. If I did it on TikTok or like Instagram Reels, I feel like it's more fabricated, and like I just like to be more genuine, and that's why I think YouTube is a better platform for being more genuine in general. That's why I don't post on TikTok. That's why I'm trying to like transition to YouTube more and like learn all this editing stuff, because I think YouTube is like one of those safer medias other than TikTok and Instagram, where you can get a lot more hate comments, especially TikTok. I heard it's the worst there. And just like YouTube is like a safer space to like express yourself, whatever content you want to create, without getting much judgment. I mean, there will always be hate, but like not as much hate as Instagram or TikTok. Like, that's why another thing why I love Snapchat so much, because you don't get as much hate and people really don't care. Some people not even like the amount of people that you have added on Snapchat might not all see what you're posting too. So, and it's 24 hours, so it's like, fuck it, you know? Yeah. So, yeah, that's all. Last thing. New Year's resolutions, baby. The last and final topic is overall recap of the year 2021. It was fun. I wish I did more in the summer. with the editing and like learning to do that stuff more, because I realize now that I still need to learn a lot. So like a fuck ton, bruh. Like simple things like trying to add a certain vibe to the background of a video, or just a lot of things. The main thing I want to do with video editing in the future is make movie like feelings and like a storyline, not a storyline, but like have an effect that a movie has on you when you're a viewer. Like be whatever, if it's like a funny movie, laugh, or if it's a scary movie, be scared, or all these emotions I want to have an effect on through editing. And that's the main thing I want to do in the future with that. So that's one of the things that if there's anything I did regret, is regretting like not learning as much editing stuff. So yeah. So, but anyways, besides that, overall recap of 2021, it was a lovely year. I met new people through dating websites like Tinder and whatnot. Great friends, making new connections with new ones in college and whatnot. Doing this YouTube thing, which is pretty not as posting as much as I would like to, but it's still progress regardless. And yeah, 2021, it was like an attachment to 2020 in a way, with COVID still affecting it. Hopefully 2022 is completely different and a lot brighter politically, obviously too, because the political side is going to be always with COVID nowadays. So yeah, hopefully 2022 can be the new slate that 2020 and 2021 brought, with COVID being a bitch on the side that will never be like off your back. It's always dragging you down, being like a bitch, like, get off of me, bro. I don't want COVID in my thoughts or worries ever again. Hopefully 2022 makes that happen. So yeah. New Year's resolutions. So my plans for 2022 are the one thing I really want to focus on is grinding more, because I really have not been grinding as much as I could have been. But yet again, it is a lot of like COVID affecting that. So do what I can and do as much as possible. Number one. Number two, be confident as fuck. Grow my personality more. Number three, work on. Number one is like, it's kind of with number one. Work on my future more. Work on putting things in place to have a better future in line. So, and then the last thing was well, not the last thing. Fourth thing, as I put in the notes, to vibe with music and listen to music a fat ton more, and hope maybe. Yeah, I really hope I listen to music more, because I've been neglecting music way too much. Like, if I went to a bar or a party or a homecoming or whatever dance and there's music on, I might not recognize the new stuff, bruh. That's the sad thing, man. That's the sad thing. Like, it's really bad. I wish it wasn't that bad. I mean, I recognize the like radio stuff, but like not the underground stuff that no one talks about, like the little lils all in the world. Like, I don't know all the little rappers out there. I need to get to know them, and then people that are like all like really talented that no one knows about, that are not popular, like the next upcoming Adele. Like, I need to know who that is. Like, hello. Anyways, yeah. And TikTok also will help with that, by the way, too, because TikTok got some good ass clips with them new singers coming. That's really cool how like singers and musicians can pop off and like get like actual careers off just being popular on TikTok with their sounds. It's pretty cool. Anyways, that's a sidetrack. And the last thing I want to focus on is relationships. I mean, if I get a relationship, it is what it is. If it doesn't happen. I just want to. It comes with number 2, be more confident as well. But like number 5, I just really want to work on just like creating more friendships, that mean more. I really haven't really like created strongest. I've created strong relationships in high school here and there, but not like the ones that, not ones where like you hang out with the person almost nearly every day type friendships. I want to create those, hopefully, at least one if possible. Because I feel like I've been just doing my own thing, right? But I feel like I just, in general, creating those connections while also socializing more and like getting to know more people, getting better at my social skills, which will come with being more confident. So that's why I said number 2 is with it as well. So yeah, and that also helps creating a better personality too, because like the Snapchat drama, for example, it really put me down. Like my personality just like is not as energetic as it usually is because of that stuff and bullying over time. So I'm trying to get back into me, and then I want to just vibe with people, you know. At the end of the day, I just gotta enjoy people's presence, and that's what I want to do. Enjoy people's presence in 2022. So yeah, hopefully we can get majority of that stuff done, and I'll see this in the future and be like, whoa, I really be playing this, I got it, oh my god. I don't know, I'm just saying shit at this point. Hope y'all have a safe 2022, man. Hopefully y'all enjoy 2022 too, and hit your goals, hit your resolutions, have good days, have bad days, and always be striving to get back up. No matter how bad it gets, get back up and continue your grind. Progress, not perfection. And at the end of the day, if you're working on anything, remember, it's for you, nobody else. That's why it's worth it. Grind because it's for you, nobody else. Not to prove someone wrong, unless you want to, of course, but yeah, just do it for you. Remember that. Swag fam, thank you for listening to the podcast. Thank you for giving me the 21 subscribers that I got 2021. And we out. Peace and love, baby. Twat fam, we out. 2021, bang. 2022, baby. Yeah. Okay. Peace, bro. Peace.